because you couldn't do it yourself. And they won't walk away. They'll string and play along as long as you'll let them. Even with the dysfunction and the fighting, they get a charge out of that too. So as long as you keep letting them, they'll go and go and go and keep you in their life, as well as new supply. They'll take problems to the new supply. They'll keep some for you. They're getting supply met everywhere. Everywhere. You know, is it a good idea for her to have married him or him to have married her? Is it a good idea for the narcissist to even try to be married and sell that? But the most important thing is, do you want to be in their place? Some of you were indeed married to your narcissist, but that next person that they get to stay with them, it bothers us so much. And I just started to think about, but why? It doesn't make any mathematical sense to me that it bothers us. I mean, really, why? We know all the things wrong with them. We should be elated if it finally ends. Of course we're not. There's plenty of you heartbroken right now experiencing that as we speak. And I'm not making light of that. Oh, no, 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 I am not. What I am trying to say is, I don't want anybody getting too caught up in feeling like this was a loss for them. And I want you to remind yourself that it is a gain. I think if you lose things that are negative, that's a negative, right? So that equals a positive. You're losing bad things, bad things are a negative, and they're leaving your life, that's a negative. They're being depleted from your life. So then that should leave you feeling weightless, positive, overflowing with hope, a new sense of energy, a feeling of weightlessness. What just unburdened me? I felt so heavy a minute ago. Now they left me. Oh, all their problems left too? You mean I don't have to deal with any of that anymore? Really? Okay, wow, life, you won't even know what's going to hit you. Your time is going to be to yourself. No fighting. No waking you up in the middle of the night to fight with you just 'cause. Let her have it. Or him have her. Like, let them. The list of problems that they have goes with them. It wasn't you, the mixture of you and that person, that made these problems appear. They had all the same problems that you have with your narcissist. They've had before you with other people. They will have after you with other people. As much as they want to get involved with someone, it could get as dramatic as they feel like getting. They could come in and out of your life, or they can try to make you a permanent person. It depends on what you feed them when they meet you. What tier you'll end up being filed as. That's not. But I mean, come on. We have to rethink, we have to rethink, we have to rethink. And the thing is, too, let's just think about the torment they put you for just a minute. The torment, the anguish that you felt on a daily basis. Something daily went awry. The littlest thing can set you off for the whole day. That is all behind you now. And it is all with someone else now. All the wonderful feeling of leaving behind all that bitterness, allow that to wash over you. And I'm not saying, Schadenfreude, he, the problems went with him, take that, new supply. If you're bitter and, people steal people right out from under your nose, I understand that. You're bitter, whatever, that's fine. But it's not about Schadenfreude, which is, but she is getting these problems. Don't kid yourself about that. They absolutely go with the narcissist. And the thing is, enjoy the fact that it's not with you anymore. And shift your perspective and start to think of it like you gained something. You gained something. There's an entire hole in your life now that you can fill with something positive. And the rest of your life might be very positive. It was just this one little slice that was off kilter. Well, now it's gone. Just because it's an empty doesn't mean it's not good. You don't have to have a partner. The rest of your life can be great. Now that bad slice is gone. You can fill that piece up with positive. Imagine you'll be unstoppable. I'm not kidding. That negative is gone. How can that be your loss? When you can now put something positive in its place. That's a gain. That's a gain. I want you to flip your brain around and start thinking of that perspective differently. I'm telling you what, whether they ejected you, discarded you, rejected you, whatever you think or want to call it, and whatever it was absolutely done in your favor. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. And I think that if you flip that around, the first time is going to feel weird. You're going to go, good thing. I'm crying over here. I'm hysterical. I've listened to this love song 15 times in a row. I can't even get out of bed. Okay. Then you ask yourself, okay, so why? I can't explain it, just the way he makes me feel. I always go to that because that's essentially what keeps us. It's an inexplicable thing we think we had with them. They had this it factor for us. They're going to be, I'll never feel like that again. I'm not here to tell you whether or not you ever will, but I am here to tell you when that feeling was manipulated and based on a false persona, do you want it anyway? Yes, I do, Renee. I just want, well, they can't keep that up for their whole life. So maybe they left you because they couldn't even do that side anymore. They were over it. You saw the bad side of them. Things came to a head. They left. Things were said. And they just, maybe they wouldn't even be able to reproduce that side of themselves again. Think about what you're crying over. Think about what you're missing. And I know, because I was a mess for a long time. Pretty much a lot of last year. It lingered. It did linger. And I know how you feel. But I just started to realize this when I think about his new, person that he's courting. And I think, oh, and there's been, I know that things have already gone awry with, well, they did because he kept coming here. They went awry on that girl a long time ago. Yet she's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. Because she thinks with her it's different. And he's made her feel confident in her position with him. Sound familiar? You see when you see. Nobody can tell you anything. And what looks black and white to me clear now about him, I kept company with that same person for a long time. But when you're out of it and you look in and you think, oh my God, that poor girl, that is definitely something I see as my gain and her loss. I'm just saying. Please go ahead and hit subscribe, like, and share if you like this. And I thank you for watching. We're having a blast still, 2022. And if you know somebody going through something like this, send this to them. Send a link. It might just trigger something and make them be aware. We're all out. We're out for the awareness. We want everyone to know.